His name was Sadiq Musa, a young man from northern Nigeria with big dreams and very little patience for waiting. Life back home felt like a room with no windows, every day the same, every opportunity just out of reach. When he heard stories of people crossing borders and finding greener pastures, he believed his own story would be different. He was wrong. At first, Sadiq joined a group traveling across the desert, chasing promises whispered by strangers who always said, "Just a little further." Days blurred into nights. The sun burned without mercy, and the sand seemed endless. One night, after a vehicle broke down and panic spread, Sadiq got separated from the group. By morning, he was alone. No landmarks, no phone signal, just sand, silence, and fear. He walked until his feet blistered, and his thoughts grew louder than the wind. Hunger became a constant ache. Water became a memory. Several times, he thought he saw people in the distance, only to realize they were Mirage's hope playing tricks on him. After days that felt like months, Sadiq collapsed. Across an unexpected border, he woke up in a small village, surrounded by unfamiliar faces and a language he barely understood. He later learned he had crossed into Liberia, carried and helped by nomads who found him barely alive. But survival did not mean safety. Without proper documents, confused and weak, Sadiq was arrested during a routine check. No one understood his story fully, and he didn't understand the system. He was jailed not as a criminal, but as a forgotten man stuck between borders. The prison was overcrowded and loud. Nights were the hardest. He lay awake listening to the sounds of disparate men coughing, praying, crying quietly. Sadiq wondered if disappearing in the desert would have been easier. But something inside him refused to die. A phone, a signal, a voice. One afternoon, a fellow detainee secretly lent him an old smartphone. The screen was cracked, the battery weak, but it worked. That night, Sadiq did something he had never imagined. He went live. His hands shook as he spoke into the camera. "My name is Sadiq Musa. I am from Nigeria. I am stuck in Liberia. I am in jail. I don't know who will see this, but please, I need help." The internet did what borders could not. His live stream spread first, slowly, then all at once. Nigerians shared it, Liberians commented. Human rights groups noticed. Questions were asked, calls were made. For the first time since the desert, Sadiq felt seen. From cell to second chance weeks later, officials reviewed his case. With support from advocacy groups and the Nigerian community abroad, Sadiq was released into a migrant support program. He wasn't free in the way he once dreamed, but he was alive, safe, and no longer invisible. Today, Sadiq still live streams, but differently. He talks about the desert, about jail, about false promises and real consequences. He warns others not to follow the same dangerous path. Sometimes he smiles. Sometimes he pauses, remembering. "I got lost," he tells his viewers. "But being lost didn't end me. It taught me how to ask for help." And every time someone comments, "Thank you for sharing," Sadiq knows his suffering was not wasted, became a light for others, walking in the